Okay, so flowchart in programming. Now,
Hmm.
flowchart is a diagrammatic representation of an algorithm. Flowchart are very helpful in writing a program and explaining a program to others. Symbol used in flowchart, that is, the different symbols are used for different states in flowchart. For example, input and input or output and decisions making has different symbol. The table below described all the symbols that are used in making a flowchart, right? So
Hmm.
this is the table basically.
बरोबर.
Now symbols. So first is a flow line symbol, and what is use of
Hmm.
that? That is used to indicate the flow of the logic by connecting symbol. Sorry, symbols. Now terminal or stop or start. This is the symbol for terminal, for stop or start,
हाँ.
right? This is the
Hmm.
symbol. Now
Hmm.
this is input or output symbol used for input or output operations.
Hmm.
Second, that is a processing symbol used to arithmetic operation and data manipulation. This is decision making symbol used to represent the operations in which there are two alternatives, true or false, right? So output of this one may be either true or false. Now
Hmm.
on page connector used to join different flow line.
Hmm.
Then offline connector used to connect flowchart portions on different pages. Now predefined process and functions used to represent group of statements performing on the processing task.
Hmm. बरोबर.
તને અવાજ સંભળાય છે મારો?
હવે સંભળાય છે.
તો વચ્ચે નતો સંભળાયો.
હમણાં વચ્ચે બંધ થઈ ગયો.
Okay. So now next, that is example of a flowchart in programming. Okay, so example of a flowchart in a programming, they draw a flowchart to add two numbers entered by the user. So we need to start with this symbol start, and same symbol is used for stop also. First, draw the flowchart to add a two number. So we need to scan two number value and add two numbers. So another variable should be added for addition purpose. So sum. So we define three variable, declare variables number one, number two, and sum. Read number one and number two. Sum is equal to a plus b. So this is arrow operation is required for transferring the data. Display the number and stop. Now draw the flowchart to find a largest among three different numbers, right? So again need to start with the start and stop, declare a variable a, b, and c, right? Now read the value for a, b, and c. Now compare, is a is greater than b or not? If yes, then true. If no, then false. If a is greater than b, then again check a is greater than c or not. If a is greater than c, that shows that a is maximum out of these three. If a is less than c, in that case we can say that b is a maximum number. અનમ્યુટ નથી થતું તારે?
હવે થઈ ગયું બરોબર. શું માટે?
વચ્ચે જે ચાલ્યું એ સંભળાતું હતું તને?
ના.
આ જે કરાયું એમાં કશું ના સંભળાયું?
એ જે
એક્ઝામ્પલ ઓફ ફ્લો ચાર્ટ્સ.
આ પહેલો થઈ ગયો બીજામાં થોડુંક ડિસ્ટર્બન્સ આવ્યું હતું, એમાં વચ્ચે
ઓકે
કપાઈ ગયો હતો અવાજ.
ઓકે ઓકે વાંધો નહીં. હવે જો okay, so basically this is the flowchart to find out maximum out of three number, right? So first of all we need to declare the variable a, b and c. Then we need to read the value for a, b and c. This is the logic basically. Then after we need to compare two variable a and b value. So if a is greater than b, so we know that there may be only two answer. One is a true and another is a false. If it is a true, that shows that a is greater than b. Then after we need to check again, that is whether a is greater than c or not. If a is greater than c, we can say that yes, print a, because a is the maximum out of these three, a, b and c. Suppose at here a is greater than c is false. That shows that b is the maximum number, because here a is greater than b, right? And a is greater than, this is wrong actually, this is print c. C is maximum number because a is greater than b and a is not greater than c, so print c. This is wrong actually. This is c and this is b.
Okay.
And a. Okay. So basically if a is greater than c, then same way if a is greater than b is false, we need to check whether b is greater than c or not, right? So this is all over about logic only. Fine. Now next, that is draw a flowchart to find all the roots of the quadratic equation. Quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, right? So how to find out root of quadratic equation, root 1 and root 2? Equation ખબર છે?
ના, એનો equation નહીં ખબર.
Then equation for root 1, that is minus b plus, or basically equation for roots, I can say that, then that is minus b plus or minus root delta upon 2a. Right?
બરોબર.
So plus or minus says that one is a root 1, another is a root 2. Minus b plus root delta upon 2a, that is root 1, minus b minus root delta upon 2a, that is root 2. Right? Now what is the condition for that? We need to find out delta value. What is the value of a delta? If the value of a delta is greater than 0, I can say that there are two roots available for the equation, given equation. If the value of a delta is equal to 0, so I can say that value of delta is equal to 0, then both the roots are same, or in simple, it's the same root. Then third, that is if value of a delta is less than 0, we can say that there is no root or imaginary root may possible, right?
IP.
Yes, IP, that is fine, but imaginary root, basically imaginary, that is with respect to value I. Hyperbolic ने imaginary roots તમને 12th માં કરાયું હોય એમ તો, but it will be fine. Basically unable to find accurate root. Okay, so now first, how to scan this? For us, we have a question, because we are going to develop a code for that, whatever the language may be. In all of this case, we need to understand what should be the input for that. Then we can easily say that here the variable is a, b and c. That means suppose we get the value of a, b and c from the user, we are able to find out the roots value. So that is why declare the variable a, b, c. Then for what is the use of this d? That is for delta. We have taken one variable d. Then what is the value of x1 and x2? So we are using it for certain purpose. So here the purpose is it is used to store the value for imaginary root. What is the value for rp? Right? So root value only, right? And ip, imaginary value. Okay, now calculate the discriminant D is equal to uh, b square minus 4ac. That is the equation for delta. B square minus 4ac. If delta is greater than equal to 0, if it is false, then what is the logic for that? That is imaginary root. We need to find out imaginary value, that is ip is equal to minus b upon 2a. Okay, then rp, that is minus root delta, because unable to find the value of a minus value, root of the minus value, that is unable to find. So root of minus b divided by 2a. So it may find out this with the help of imaginary. So we need to replace this minus with value I square. I is the imaginary value, so I square may result with a minus 1, replaced with a minus 1. So minus 1 will be replaced by I square, and thus delta, root of delta and root of I, that is I. So we may get the value in form of a I. Like suppose we have a value minus 9, it may be rewritten like a root of 9I square. So what is the root of that? That is a 3I. 3I is the answer for that. Okay, no need to go in detail of this one. This is the mathematics basically, but here the point is we need to understand this thing, because it shows that first, for making any program, you need to understand what the problem is. Then after, you need to understand what the kind of logic should be applied for this problem, and then after, just convert that logic in form of flowchart or in form of algorithm. And then after, with the help of those logic, we are able to convert, or we are able to provide the solution for the given problem with the help of a program. Right, so that we are doing right now. So here we need to understand what is quadratic equation. If we don't know what is quadratic equation, or if we say that whoever the biggest scientist, if they don't know about the problem, they are unable to find out the solution for that. Solution is not a big thing, problem understanding is a big thing. Likewise, for example, we are facing biggest problem for corona. Here the problem is not a drug. How to make that drug, how to make that medicine, that's not a problem for us. Problem is, what is the RNA of a corona? If we don't know that, we are unable to solve this problem with so and so drug. Right, so problem understanding is important. Fine. So at the end, we may have two roots display, r1 and r2. Here r1 is minus b, all other things are c. This is the equation only. R1 is equal to minus b plus root d divided by t 2a. So what is d? That is the delta. B square minus 4ac, right? Okay. Now another example for the programming, for the Fibonacci series till the term 1000. So what is Fibonacci series? Now Fibonacci series means, I can say that it is started with, suppose 1, then 1, then addition of this 2, that is 2, then addition of last two number, that is 3, 5, 8, then 13, like that. So addition of a previous two number may result with a next number. That is the Fibonacci series, and that is important to understand, because if you don't know this, you are unable to find the solution for that. So here the statement is, though the flowchart are used in, okay, let us understand this first. So we start with the start, then declare the variable f term, s term and temp. Now don't get confused with this name, like why f term, why s term, why temp. You may go for a, b and c also, no problem with that, but the important thing is we need to work with a meaningful name of a variable, so that it may be easy to us to recognize the code, or understanding the flow of that particular variable. So that's the concept only. F term, s term and temp, these three variables are there. What is f term? That is my first term. Second term, s term. So first term value may start with a 0. It says that it should start with a 0. So 0, plus 1, that is 1. Okay.
1. 1 plus 2, that is 3. 2 plus 3. Okay, carry on.
So sequence may remain same, like 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 1 plus 2, 3,
2,
2 plus 3, 5, 3 plus 5,
5.
8, 5
3
plus
plus
8,
5,
30.
8. 5 plus 8,
Next term should
13.
be,
8.
next term say 21.
Huh.
Barabar? Okay, so F term is a 0, S term is a 1. Is S term? Why? Because here we have a condition like less than 1000.
1000.
Okay, so that is why the condition is that is S term is less than 1000, because S term, that is my final term always. This may be
Hmm.
like initially this is my F term, this is my S term, then next that is this value, and we need to change the F term and S term. F term is this, S term is this now. That is my
Hmm.
logic. So ultimately, whenever I reach to this point, this last digit will be my S term, and this one will be F term. So that is why here the comparison
Hmm.
is S term is less than equal to 1000. If it is true, then display the S term, right? Display the
Hmm.
S term. Then temp is equal to S term. So series always start with, I can say that series may start with 1.
Okay.
So we will print from the S term, that is 1. Then temp is equal to S
Hmm.
term. We store this value, and S term is equal to S term plus F term. S term plus F term, that is 0
F
initially.
term.
And F term is
Hmm.
equal to temp. Why we store the value in temp, S term to temp? The reason is if we apply this S term is equal to S term plus F term, that shows that the
Hmm.
addition of these two will be replace the value of S term. That means old value of S term will be destroyed. So
Hmm.
for storing, we need to store the value of S term somewhere so that it will not be destroyed, and we may use the same for F term purpose. Like suppose we write the statement after this, F term is equal to S term, right? We print the S term value, F term equal to S term, and what is the S term? That is S term is equal to S term plus F term. Then in that case, value of F term will be changed.
Hmm.
So ultimately we need to store either S term or F term.
Hmm.
So here they have used the logic for S term. We store the value of S term to the temp. So now value of S term is stored somewhere else. Now we replace the value of S term with the help of this equation S term plus F term and store
Hmm.
it to the S term. And now replace the
Hmm.
value of F term with a temp. So this is why or when S term is less than equal to 1000. If we reach to the value up to 1000 or greater than 1000, we need to come out from this and stop it.
Hmm.
Simple. So that's simple logic, I can say that.
1000
Okay.
ની વેલ્યુ વધારે હોય તો આપણે સ્ટોપ કરી દેવાનું નહીં. અગર ના હોય તો આગળ કન્ટિન્યુ
Then
રહે.
every time it will be repeated. Again check S term
ઓકે.
value. This is repeating,
હા.
right? There is
ઓકે.
no syntax at all. This is just we define the flow only.
હમ.
Okay.
હમ.
पड़ी खबर?
હા, પડી.
Okay, then let's see one more steps towards to the algorithm now. What is
હમ.
algorithm in programming? In programming, algorithm are the set of a well-defined instruction in sequence to solve a program. An algorithm should always have a clear stopping point. Okay,
ઓકે.
quality of a good algorithm. So
હમ.
input and output should be defined precisely. કોઈપણ પ્રોગ્રામ લખ્યા પહેલા એનું ઇનપુટ અને આઉટપુટ પ્રિસાઇઝલી ડિફાઇન કરેલું હોવું જરૂરી છે. લાઈક what should be the input, what the kind of data we have, how it will be
હમ.
processed, that's not important right now. Important thing is what the kind of data we have as an input, what the kind of data should be there as output. Like suppose I am thinking about end operation. of two value, then I know one thing, there should be a two data, because two data should be there as an input. I would like to apply the AND operation, means both are we can say that true. In that case we can go for the next, that is a true, right? We'll see in detail, but the important point is input and output should be defined precisely. It must be very much clear. Second point, each step in the algorithm should be clear and unambiguous. Yes, that is again very important thing. Like sometimes students may write like that, process data. This might be the step, process data, but what to process? So it must be very much clear, like process variable I such that I may equal to this or may not be greater than this or something. So it must be very much clear, right? Each step in an algorithm should be clear and unambiguous. Unambiguous means it may not be repeated, or it may not be replaced by some another steps. Duplications na hoy. It might not be redundant. Okay. Flow must be clear. Unambiguous may always points towards to the clear flow. Like steps hoy, if something happen, go to the step number 5. Right? Our technical steps. Second possibility je, if step 3 is executed properly, go to the step number 5. હવે સિચ્યુએશન એવી થાય કે બે પાથ થઈ જતા હોય, એક જ કન્ડિશન માટે બે પાથ બનતા હોય, સ્ટેપ 3 પણ થઈ જવાય અને સ્ટેપ 4 થી બી જવાય અને બંને લઈ જાય પાછા 5 ઉપર. That is unambiguous. મલ્ટી પાથ possibility ના હોય. Okay. Algorithms should be most effective among many different ways to solve a problem. Okay. Then an algorithm shouldn't have computer code. Instead, the algorithm should be written in such a way that it can be used in a similar programming language. Okay. Now, let's see a few examples of algorithm in programming. So, write an algorithm to add two number entered by the user. Now, see. Logic will remain same, like addition of two number. We have seen this flowchart. Add two number entered by the user, right? We have seen this one. Which are the steps for the steps here? So declaration of a 3 variable, read the number 1 and number 2, do the addition of A and B, right? And display the sum. So here again start. Here declare the variable number 1 and number 2 and sum. Read the values of number 1 and number 2. Add the number 1 and number 2 and assign the result to sum. So sum is equal to number 1 plus number 2. Display the sum. So hello. हाँ बोल શું કીધું?
હા મેં સમજ્યો એવું કીધું.
ઓકે સો નેક્સ્ટ હા
સૌથી પહેલો જે આપણે જે ફ્લોચાર્ટ જોયો એના જેવું થયું ને?
એ જ છે, એ ફ્લોચાર્ટ હતો. આ અલ્ગોરિધમ
એને સ્ક્રિપ્ટમાં કન્વર્ટ કર્યો આપણે.
હા નહીં, સ્ક્રિપ્ટ નહીં. દેખ ક્યાંય વર્ડ ચેન્જ નહીં કરવાનું. ધીસ ઇઝ અલ્ગોરિધમ, નો સ્ક્રિપ્ટ.
એટલે આને અલ્ગોરિધમ કહેવાય. આ વસ્તુ જે આપણે કન્વર્ટ કરીને લખ્યો એને અલ્ગોરિધમ પ્રોગ્રામિંગ કહેવાય.
અલ્ગોરિધમ કોને કહેવાય એ આપણે અહીંયા જોયું હતું. This is in a programming, algorithm are the set of well-defined instruction in a sequence to solve a program. Well-defined instruction sequence hoy. An algorithm should always have a clear stopping point. આ બે condition applicable છે. હવે well-defined instruction નો મતલબ શું થયો? So yet it is not a program. હજી આ પ્રોગ્રામ નથી. This is well-defined instruction. કેમ કે કોઈ કે પ્રોબ્લેમ કીધું પ્રોબ્લેમ આપણે સમજ્યા, પ્રોબ્લેમ સોલ્યુશન આપણે ફ્લોચાર્ટ થી આઈડેન્ટિફાઈડ કર્યું, પછી એ સોલ્યુશન ને આપણે એક ઇંગ્લિશ ફોર્મેટમાં એને કન્વર્ટ કર્યું, એટલે વેલ ડિફાઇન્ડ ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન રેડી થઈ ગઈ, રાઈટ. હવે નેક્સ્ટ એક્ઝામ્પલ જોઈએ જી એલ્ગોરિધમમાં. ક્વેરી થોડી ઇનિશિયલી તને આવશે, ડોન્ટ વરી, પણ ધીરે ધીરે એમાં ગ્રીપ આવશે, કેમ કે આ બધા પોઈન્ટ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ છે. ઓકે, રાઇટ એલ્ગોરિધમ ટુ ફાઇન્ડ ધ લાર્જેસ્ટ અમોંગ 3 નંબર. આપણે એનો ફ્લોચાર્ટ ઓલરેડી જોયો છે,
હા,
રાઈટ. સો સ્ટાર્ટ,
A B ને C વાળો.
yes, start declare the variable a, b and c, read the value of a, b and c, if a is greater than b, then check whether, હવે પેલામાં શું હતું, if a is greater than b, then if it is true, then go for the checking of a is greater than c or not. If not, then answer is c. અહીંયા કર્યો છે ને આન્સર c.
બરોબર. હા, display C is a larger number.
C is answer, a is answer, b is
બરોબર.
answer, and c is answer. Same thing was there in case of a flowchart, but flowchart માં શું હતું, આ બેની વચ્ચે આવો હતો ને કંઈક flowchart.
હા,
ખ્યાલ યાદ આવ્યો?
હા, યાદ આવ્યો.
હા, તો આ ફોલ્સ માટે આ કોમન હતો.
હા,
એવું
false
પ્રોગ્રામ
માટે
એવું
common હતો.
અહીંયા કોમન થાય નહીં. So kind of changes may be possible. So next, this is the algorithm for finding out the root of quadratic equation. So again, declare the variable a, b, c, d, x1, x2, rp, ip, calculate the discriminator, that is d, this is b, not b2, it's b square. B square,
b square minus 4ac.
yes, it is b square minus 4ac. Okay, then if d is greater than 0, then root 1, that is minus b plus root d divided by 2a, root 2 minus b minus root d minus 2a, display r1 and r2 as a root. That is our normal scenario for d is greater than equal to 0. I already considered one more case, that is d is equal to 0. In that case, r1 and r2 both have a same value. That's it, because here root of delta d, that is 0. So nothing to do for addition or subtraction, just minus b divided by 2a. That is the answer. So that is d is equal to 0. D is less than 0, that is calculated real part and imaginary part. So rp is equal to b, that is this one, b divided by 2a, and ip, that is minus d, root of minus d divided by 2a, and display the rp plus j into ip, rp minus j into ip as the root. Okay, now what is j? મેં I કીધો તો અહીંયા j લીધો છે. That's the difference. Only I square or j square may be used to represent the imaginary part of that. That is the mathematics. Okay. Right algorithm to find the factorial of a number entered by the user. So start, declare the variable n factorial and I, initialize the variable factorial is equal to 1, I is equal to 1, read the value of n, repeat the steps until I is equal to n, factorial equal to factorial into I is equal to I plus 1, display the factorial, stop. Okay. Then write algorithm to check whether the number entered by the user is a prime number or not. We haven't seen the flowchart of the scene, so your work is try to make flowchart for this statement. So I'll lucky le khali. Okay. Check whether the number entered by user is a prime number or not. So now, what is the condition for prime number? How can we identify that yes, this is the prime number or not? Then if the number is divisible by number itself and 1, that is the prime number. Right? याद છે ને definition?
हाँ, याद છે.
Okay, then declare the variable n I flag, initialize the variable flag is equal to 1, I equal to 2, read n from the user, repeat the steps until I is less than n by 2. Okay, then if remainder of n divided by I equals to 0, then flag is equal to 0 and go to step number 6. What is this step is about? That is, if remainder means रिमाइंडर तन तो ख्याल
જે
આવે ને
ઉપર રહે જે
नहीं
ઉપર હોય એ
रिमाइंडर ऊपर नहीं नीचे है
રિમાઇન્ડર નીચે 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 એકદમ એન્ડમાં
सेस के हुए रिमाइंडर ऑफ n divided by I, तो number is divisible, it shows equal to 0, that shows that number is divisible by some another number other than the number itself, and 1 that means we start with the value 2, we ignore the 1, so it shows that starting from 2 to number minus 1. And in fact here one more logic is there, if we reach to the half of the number, like if we are talking about 10 and if we reach to the 5, 2 to 5, then we are able to find out whether the number is a prime number or not. So we need to check 10 is divisible by 2, 10 is divisible by 3, 4 and 5. If 10 is not divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, that shows that 10 never be divisible by 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
Right? That is why the condition is less than n by 2. Instead of this, we can use the condition I is less than n also. That is n that shows that up to 9. 10 is divisible by 2 to 9. We need to check for that. And that is why it's a loop. Repeat the steps until I n by 2. If the remainder of n divided by I equal to 0, flag is 0, go to step number 6. That shows that number is divisible or not a prime number, go to step 6. If flag is 0, display n is not prime number. So if number is a prime number, flag never be set to the 0. By default value of flag is 1, display n is a prime number.
Okay.
Right? So આનો flowchart બનાવવાનો try કરજે. Now the last one, that is the right algorithm to find the Fibonacci series till the term 1000. So start declare variable first term, second term, temporary, initialize the variable first term is equal to 0, second term is equal to 1, display the first term and second term. With respect to the actual fundamental, we need to display the value of a second term only, but sometimes series may start with the 0, 2, so first term and second term is also there because it's parts of mathematics, it's up to the requirement. Right? Repeat the steps until the second term is less than 1000, temp is equal to second term is equal to second term plus first term is equal to temp, and display the second term and stop. So once we reach to this, algorithm is not a computer code. Important statement. Algorithm is not a computer code. There is no software available, or not a software, I can say there is no programming language which allows us to write a code in form of algorithm only, and it never be executed. Basically this is a logic only, set of a statement, set of instructions. So logic again, right? A executor nothing. Algorithm are just the set of steps, set of instruction or steps, okay, which gives the clear idea to write the computer code for the given problem. Okay, got it?